Today we're looking at smaller houses from EU for the Aetherius art behind the story housing contest. These are medium, small, apartment size, and in rooms in EU. The contest theme is behind the story. Welcome to the Necrom era. Fill your house with books, fairy tale, legends, adventures, bookshops, reading retreats, and why not? Also, lovely tentacles friend from another dimension. Anything has a story, tell us yours. This is Ashaele's Captain Margaux' place, called Mirri's Bookshop. There were a lot of shops near Daggerfall's Bank, yet none was selling books. Mirri Alendis, after many adventures, decided to open a bookstore in an old sailor house. So we have a bookstore here. Just like my favorite bookstores, there are books all over. Lots of character. I do think this pile might be difficult to shop from, but I've certainly seen used bookstores that don't look much different than this. Cats all over. Have you guys ever gone into a bookstore or other small mom and pop shop and had the shop cat come up and greet you? We have some magical books, of course. The book stack in that square nook looks really cool. Really good placement of the books that are not floating. I really can't see any. That one's floating a tiny bit, but it looks really good. Definitely some good. Gosh, that's not even floating. That one is a tiny bit. That one is a tiny bit. I like all the quills down here at the bottom. This orc chandelier gives some great light in here. In fact, in my Captain Margaux build, I have 2 of them. Give some great light. They have a cobbled fire in the fireplace, which is nice. Anything behind the counter? Our Tales of Tribute cards. I like the books on display here too. All right. Well, let me score this one and we'll move right along. This is Thanatos 850's Kragenhome, Mad Arcane Library. Madness opens the way for new knowledge, if you dare to read between the letters. Now we are scoring these homes based on creativity, complexity and quality, atmosphere and details, contest theme, and general impression. And the medium, small apartment and in-rooms are scored separately from the larger homes we've already looked at. So these are not in direct competition with the large homes. We've got different bookshelves throughout. I do love the overall feel here. The light, the floating books. I love that the Hourglass of Alkosh is floating as well. Different lamps and lights and different colored lights. We even have a ghost. And of course, we get a lot of different color from the stained glass and the way it works in the room. The glowing scroll and stuff, sometimes they don't work in some builds as well, because you can't really get rid of the glow. You can't just say, I want this off for everybody. It doesn't turn off until you read it. But in this build, with so much going on and so much dependent on the lights, it really, really works. So we have 2 stained glass windows. We have the flower up here. We have sky shards. And yet, it's still somehow not too terribly bright. But I like the way it gives the books all different colors as they float around. That's really neat. And all of these books are floating. That's really cool. Got crystals. Definitely adds to the magical feel for sure. I like all of the movement. It gives the room a different feel. Absolutely. Okay, let me score this one. This is Cuy'valDar's Ravenhurst, Bookworm's Haven. A quiet retreat for passionate book enthusiasts, containing a few spaces to comfortably read, alone or with friends, perfect for Rivenspire's nascent book club meetings. Sworn-in members 1, pending members 1. Disclaimer, might contain trace amounts of unproven Daedra worship. Okay then. Definitely a darker atmosphere in here. We have a piano. That's a beautifully done piano. A lot of people use books as piano keys, but I like the use of the Velothi podium of recitation and the elsewhere couch to back it up. Very well done. And the flowers on top, a good touch. Cozy nook with games, food. Hi, Bastion. Oh, hello, Bastion. Right in my camera. We have a bear over the door. The kitty area. There's the kitty under the table. We have a bathroom. Morning, Lalarna. Hello, Mel. Is the piano a metaphor for reading? I think it's just a piano. I could be wrong. Well, I like the way this candle, I'm assuming it's the candle, lights up the hourglass here. Little detailed clutter. I like the lighting up the stairs. Here's the bookie area. I was wondering about that. It's like good placement of the books here on this shelf. We discussed last time that books are incredibly difficult to place. This is a kind of a cobbled couch, but it's meant to look cobbled, I think. I mean, obviously that doesn't look like a couch. It just functions as a couch. So it's like they're using what they have. Oh, and I will say, placing the quill in the inkwell is a pain in the tush. It is very difficult. But these are all very well placed. Good execution there. The floating books on the floating bed is also a nice touch. Ooh, I like that they just tucked a little Daedric book underneath. There's another one over here surrounded by floating books. Very nice touch. A little Daedra worship before bed. Unproven. As the write-up said, it's unproven. Let's go outside and see if they did anything out here. Oh, they did. You can hear the sound of the waterfall. Little area here. You can tell that's a Pelennor book. Just from the cover. Flower garden. Nice tranquil place to come read. It is not the floating books contest. But we are in a magical realm, so floating books can add a little something to a build. Another little cobbled sitting area. A bunny. Cute. I really like this little tree. Definitely looks cozy. The Sweetrolls do fit in well. Let's see. Do they stick out a teensy bit there? But no, they fit really well. Mel scribbling down notes. I like, look, just that. Look at the lighting. Looks really good. All right, give me a second. We'll go on to the next house. Did I miss a hidden spot? Oh, behind the vines. I did miss a hidden spot. Thank you. Oh. Cheeses of Tamriel. Shio is upside down with a shivering cheese. That's really cute. I like the skull here. This is the light and shadow that you get from Bequeather when you get the shadowy supplier passive from the Dark Brotherhood line. And they've put it on one of these bone sconces. That's really cool. Thank you. I tried to miss that. I appreciate the heads up. Okay, now I'm going to score it, and we'll be right back. This is Zuluskunk's Blackvine Villa. The title is Orphan. Crypt of my elven sorcerer father. His life's obsession was researching the eidetic memory, which is composed of the 36 sermon lessons. His researches are in the crypt. After his passing away, Mother visited a lot. Somehow she found out there's a 37th sermon lesson and wanted to bring it to the crypt to complete my father's researches. But little did she know, keeping all the sermons books in one place will draw the Daedric Prince of Knowledge. As soon as Hermaeus Mora felt the books are in one place, blocked all access from inside the crypt so nothing gets out until he sucks all the sermon lessons from their bookshelves. Mother was there, reading the 37th sermon as she brought it to complete Father's research, even after he passed away. Okay. They say to turn off music, turn on sound effect only. see how that goes. They've completely blocked off the yard, forcing us to go straight inside. Aha. Okay, we've seen a lot of floating books. These are actually suspended books that they placed in the air. I'm guessing they're the sermons. 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Yes. Okay. Like they put the crows on these pedestals. I definitely see why they wanted sound effects only. Might be able to step on the books. Usually, if I can get up there. We have Hermaeus Mora taking over the library. Is this the 37th, I mean? Yep. That's the 37th. I don't know if I can get up there. Nope, I can't get up there, I don't think. But just like I can't walk through the books, you could stand on the books. Maybe over here. Well, I got on one. But I don't think that's intended. I don't think that's intended. And the effects coming from Hermaeus Mora are kind of cool. The jumping puzzle of knowledge. Looks like they're being sucked in. Exactly. Exactly. So that's the mother that was bringing the 37th scroll in. That door? Oh, he blocked it, so you can't go back out once you're in. Nice touch. Okay. That's just a tombstone. All right, let me score this and we'll move on. This is Hebigami's Mournoth Keep, called Tormented Pit. Oh, there's a body up there. You see it? Spiked on a tentacle. I'm assuming it's a tentacle and not a vine based on the theme of this contest, but it could be a vine. A cart of bones. I like that they used the chairs like a fence. And included a void crystal anomaly. Very neat. Great use of antiquities here. This And I'm guessing a sacrifice. And all of the clockwork grating around the edge here. And the Fargrave flags. Also a really cool effect. And they seem to fit pretty perfectly around. A good discovery. They built up the front of Mournoth Keep, which is cool. Let's stick to the outside first. Let's go up the stairs. A ballista. Skeleton. Transmute station. Other station. I like the work light here. That's neat. Yeah, the use of these archways. The Imperial Archway Cemetery really adds to the atmosphere here, I think. All right. More use of the chairs, but now they look like gravestones, right? The Daedric thrones. Then we have these gravestones. Okay, let's head inside. Very cool lighting in here for sure. More use of antiquities. These Deadlands wall sconces are pretty perfect for a lot of things. Oh, they put the Dutiful Guar in one. And then we have a trophy in the other. The way the bubbles are moving, it almost looks like he's blinking. Kind of creepy. And then we have a floating casket, and the lid has fallen down. Yeah, the glow of the Deadland sconces is great. Truly great. This looks really good. A throne room. More use of the Daedric thrones. This time it's just the bottom that's sticking out. Those are the arms and the seat of the throne. Like shelves on the wall almost.
Well, this is 3.
Thank you for 3 months, Bump on a Log. I appreciate it. This throne is aflame. Some extra skulls around it. With its death hound. No, you're absolutely fine, Bump on a Log. Absolutely fine. Oh, we have the new Jubilee cake. Because once they're done planning whatever they're planning, there must be cake. We have some floating books here. It looks so good. Are you going to revisit some of your favorites if you have ties in your scoring, maybe offline? Just curious, we're also all judging for the audience award and it's not easy. I don't have a problem if I have a score tie, because my score is going to be added in with other judges and then they can be the tiebreaker. Oh, look, they did use it like a shelf and then they added the bag there. Very cool. So I don't have a problem with that. I might go back to do some shorts or some highlights. But, no, my first impression scores, unless there has been... Wait a minute, I'm confused. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. The deadline for this contest was about a week ago. And you're not supposed to change anything in the meantime, but this just came out for the first time at the Lux vendor this past weekend. Am I correct in saying that? Oh, you have gotten yourself into some trouble, haven't you? Nothing technically says you're not allowed to touch? Okay. I will double check with Peterco before I submit the final score. These street lamps are off. Wonder if they're supposed to be off. There's only 2 books on this bookshelf. What are they? Speakers of Nothing and That of Void. That's actually kind of clever. It's an almost empty bookshelf. And Speakers of Nothing and Into the Void. I assume that's intentional and it's pretty cute. Okay, I'm going to score this one and move on. Some people don't mind, others do. Yeah, I will check. Okay, we're in a stretch break, so I'm going to take a quick break and score this. Be right back. This is Hayden the Black Cat's Cliffshade. A tale of love, obsession, and not letting go. And apparently there's a secret area. So I do like that they indicated there's a secret area. Like I said, we've missed a couple spots, and I like when they let me know so I don't miss it, because I feel bad when I miss stuff. Oops. Okay, so they've closed off the left wing. They have a gaming area. Oh, the pearl fits really well in there. That's nice. And they sunk one of the bookshelves in, so we have a fully booked out bookshelf, but it is lower. Very smart. Aha. Writing a love letter, perhaps? Look how they did the joined picture frame. That's really cool. Got some berries and some pie. A beautifully set table. The kitchen area. A simple but effective stove with hood. Like a cutting board. Maybe those are supposed to be spices. A fruit tray. Such a sweet pair. You do 0.5s in your scoring? It is a very cozy house. Ooh, the lighting up here. Okay, so we did a poll. Is it okay to make changes to a contest house after the deadline? 8 people voted, no, your entry is final, and 4 said minor fixes. No one said have at it. Like I said, I've asked for the official word from the head of the contest. It is not up to me. But I appreciate you guys sharing your thoughts. Oh, wow, that's good. Oh, there's a crib. And an urn. Oh, I've got goosebumps. Got goosebumps. And then she couldn't live without him. Am I reading that right? I'm not sure who came back and put the flowers in her picture here. But if her remains are here, then this must be his remains, right? Very sad. Beautifully done. Absolutely beautifully done. But sad. I like the carpet up in the, because that's normally a hollow area that overlooks the room that they cut off. Or he has to live without her. So why the urn then? But yeah, it could very well be that he has to live without her. There's lots of urns around. Oh, it could be both her and she. Hang on. Let's go look at the pictures. Ah, they are both she's. Oh, you can't target it. But you were right, they are both she's. I apologize. At least I believe... Is that the female dark elf? Bounty sheet on the left? I do love homes that tell a story. Because they told us a little bit of the story, right? They said, a tale of love, obsession, and not letting go. Oh, the secret area. Go through the carpet behind the bed on the upper floor. I was so taken by the story, I completely forgot. No, it doesn't matter. It does not matter if it's male or female, the partner. But if I'm looking for clues as to who is who, it might matter a little. You know what I mean? Obviously, it is not the dark elf that's in the bed. But maybe the secret area will tell us more. Aha. Oh. This is why it's closed off. Okay. So here again we have the bounty sheets, but we can't quite see them. Oh, you can tab cycle? Breton woman, high elf male. Thank you, I learned something. You can tab through. You hit F5, and then you can tab to see what's there. Thank you so much. This book, Wabajack, probably isn't appropriate for the, the build necessarily. No further clues there. Oh. So are we trying to reanimate here? This is probably the obsession part. We can rebuild them with no ill effects, right? I think we are trying to reanimate the dead. Lots of spare parts. Who provided the spare parts? Who provided the spare parts? That's the question. Yeah, notice that like this bookshelf is upside down. It makes it fit easier in this spot. I love that they're all full. Even the area down here has like pillows and another book. Did they have a baby and lose that too? I got Frankenstein vibes here with a twist. Yeah. Mechanized flesh. Well, and the other thing is, she's wearing like this bodice. Did they successfully reanimate briefly? Or is that just part of the dress? I just feel so much love here. I mean, on the one hand, you want to be loved fiercely like that, right? But at the same time, you don't want them to crumble without you. Like, every cabinet is full. Every bookshelf, every cabinet. Okay, let me score this one. This is Iris Luna's Twin Arches, the legend of the stolen Sweetrolls. Let me guess. Someone stole your Sweetroll, huh? And I may know where it is now. The mysterious thief got his own special place to store up all stolen treasures. I will hydrate. Thanks, Tiffy. I love that camel. Really like the size of this house. I really wish they'd give us more medium houses, right? These smaller houses are more digestible. They're easier to see through. I really wish we'd get some more. Thanks for Lurk Your Heart. Place is in disrepair. Aha. This does look a bit like a thieves' den. I like how the rubble from outside kind of continues inside and is overgrown. Yeah, this place isn't deserted. We have flame, we have fresh food. We have a hoard here. All kinds of trunks, treats. A few Sweetrolls. Just a couple. Not sure what they're saving them for. Maybe there's going to be a party later. More rubble. All the stacked art. All right, let me score this one. This is AnarchWitch's House of the Silent Magnifico. Readers see the world in a different light. Some books let you know things. Some books entertain you. Some books excite you. Some books give flight to the imagination. Some books help you relax. Some books are inside you, waiting to be written. Some books make you fall asleep. Some books break your heart. Some books may turn the thingy you think with, to those bright fluttery thingies. Some books will eat your soul. Every book can show the world in a different light. Every story may suck you in. In a library, everything is possible. Tread with care and pick your favorite reading spot. We seem to be sectioned by type. So here's our Clockwork City collection. Oh, I love the alligator scaling the wall there. The book return. A little overflowy. Magic library. We have our Daedric area. With some tentacles breaking through the floor. Somebody's been reciting something they shouldn't be. Iliad. Nice little reading nook over here. Oh, that's neat. More Daedric. Oh, we've got some bright stuff going on here. Oh, hello. Oh, I love that he's tucked into the bed. That's fantastic. Writing the next great novel. It's difficult to get things to work with with pets or mounts or house guests. Although I feel like the pillow could have been done a little bit better. It's mostly staying in him. I love the little platform up here. That light is way too bright to put inside of a house. I'm having trouble even looking in that direction. Like I said, we are on the default setting, and they did not specify to like turn gamma off. Reading in the bath. I don't know too many libraries that have a bath. I'm certainly open to the idea though. Library with a hot tub. Be fantastic. This is a little bright over here though. I'm gonna kind of walk. I can't even walk backwards. It's too bright. Definitely have enough light for reading though. You're beginning to think this isn't a library. It is certainly a different kind of library than one I've ever been to, but... Oh, I see. It's the top of that tower. There we go. Alright, I'm going to score this one, and then we will move on. Oh, it's Hermaeus Mora up there. Okay. Go upstairs and see if I can get a better view. Oh, it's just so bright. Oh, well, that did me no good. Cool. Thank you so much for pointing that out. I said I was mostly looking down because of how bright it was. This is DJ Freed's Exorcised Coven Cottage, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. When Captain Nemo and his companions approached the long-lost city of Atlantis, they not only found it to be a place of knowledge and music, but of ancient magic. I was there. Where's my badge? It's gonna be shorter where people showed up. Mushrooms. Love all the water detail. Like we have lots of places to explore also. Sideways mushrooms. A lot to see here. Stalagmites going down into there. Hello. have a portal up here. Not even sure how they did that effect. Oh, look, we have books up there. So we'll go up there next. Maybe. Wait, what's... Hang on, we've got stuff back here. I have a feeling this is one of those places where I might miss things. Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, this is Exorcised Coven Cottage. Completely and totally reskinned. They layered water features really well. They really did. Well, and just the sound effects in here. We have a crab with bread. What? Oh, this is... The crab is playing a piano of some sort? It looks like one anyway. Something. A pipe. Yeah, it looks like a pipe organ. It's really neat. Made out of geodes, glow stalks, and void crystal anomalies. So now I want to go back and look at the other crab. Like, what the heck? Huh, okay. It fits the music box too, right? That crab is pulling out all the stops. Oh, the books are upside down. Interesting. Are there any other crabs? Because now suddenly I think there's something to the crabs. Or are they just the most logical creature to put down here? Oh, I love how they did these lamps. That's really neat. They made it like one structure that lines the back of the couch thing. The bench, whatever it is. think I've seen everything. All right, let me score this one. This is Elian 3019's The Ample Domicile, Watcher's Retreat. Pocket Apocrypha for my future Arcanist. Definitely got the green glow, right? Look at this floor area. More floaty books. And a pocket watcher. Tentacles. Aha, he moved. Moved, hello. Oh, I like how they sunk that down in the, That'll still there. Yeah, it's Hermaeus Mora. The orbs as part of the eye is pretty cool. Oh, the green flames in the top. That's kind of neat too. The layered Psijic tables. Yet again, we see somebody using the maps as scrolls. Yeah, this is pretty neat. All right. Let me score this one. This is Bipolar Trickster's Humblemud, Well of Knowledge. Having decided to come here, there will be no going back. This is the Well of Sorrow. Not all knowledge is equally useful, especially from the Daedra. Perhaps get a torch out? Do I need one? Spiral book just goes all the way up. I love the bookshelves kind of in the walls. Oh, we just like walked out of Hermaeus Mora, didn't we? The Well of Knowledge. That is really neat. Maggie, what trouble have you gotten yourself into now? Some papers on the ground. They totally nailed the googly eyes. Yeah, those orbs that spin and kind of rotate around really help with that. Alright, let me score this one. This is Sewell the Purple Witch's Ald Velothi Harbor House. Fantastic Houses and Who Live in Them, Chapter 11. Fantastic Houses and Who Live in Them by Octavio Valtieri, Chapter 11, Madame Sewell's House. My dear reader, let me take you on a journey to the town of Nisus to tell you the story of Madame Sewell, a master enchantress and traitor. Her reputation precedes her, sought after by powerful mages and wealthy merchants alike for her skill in crafting magical items and shrewd business acumen. I was fortunate enough to visit her abode, a sight to behold. As you approach Madame Swole's house, its walls pulse with magic and vitality. It seems to breathe and have a soul. It is said it was enchanted with the essence of a giant insect native to the region. Inside, the air is heavy with exotic spices and incense, inviting exploration. The house is filled with trinkets and treasures from all over Tamriel, each with its own unique story. Her collection of magical objects is second to none, and she delights in showing off her treasures to those lucky enough to visit. And her study is filled with books detailing the intricacies of the magical arts. Only the most trusted visitors are permitted to her personal room, while others may explore the nooks and crannies of her house and come across a mysterious mirror leading to another realm. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure darting in and out of it, a clue to what lies beyond. And if you listen closely, you might hear whispers of something darker. A shrine of Mephala, goddess of secrets, granting great gifts but at a steep price to those who pray at it, was carefully hidden away by the previous house owner. Madame Swole's house is not just a place of mystery and arcane knowledge, but also a hub of magic trade and commerce. Her yard is stocked with crates and goods from all over Tamriel. She is a trader with a silver tongue to match, and visitors can leave her home with lighter pockets and fuller hearts, bewitched by her charm and the lure of her wares. And if that wasn't enough, a portal behind the gates in her yard leads to a distant city where she occasionally travels to sell her wares and acquire new treasures. If you ever find yourself in Nisa, seek out Madame Swole's house, a place of wonder and enchantment, reflecting the woman who called it home. Who knows what secrets and treasures you might discover there? Alrighty. Hey, Runa! Workshop space. If there's anything tucked away. Oh, we have a telescope up on the roof and some tentacles. Okay. There's tentacles on both sides. All right, let's go inside. Working that donkey far too hard. Great use of antiquities. The last king of the Aliads. Perfect. Perfect. I like how well lit the display case is too. It's very easy for that to not be lit well enough to truly see what's inside. Back to that door. That looks cozy. Game, little reading nook. Definitely lots of treasures. I remember when I first started decorating houses, there weren't a whole lot of things to put in these shelves. It seemed to be something a lot of people struggled with. Now we have far more knickknacks and little objects that we can use. There's the mirror. Spinning wheel. Bath. Oh, hello. That's cute. Little safe behind the picture. Super cute. Little vanity. Floater okay in this? Yeah, this is intentional. It's hinged, or it is meant to appear hinged. So we are not considering that a floater. My biggest struggle with shelves is that making them not look empty takes up so many furniture slots. How do you address that problem in your own designs? So there's some ways to kind of fake it if you need to. Like, you could stick, or attempt anyway, to stick an entire bookcase in there or cover it. So like if you took this bookcase and shoved it in there so that the books showed through, but the shelves kind of lined up, you might be able to do something along those lines. Larger flat items like this are good. And you don't have to fill them. They've got, what, 11 items here on this side. A couple more on this side. But they're not full, which helps. But you could cover it up altogether. But anything that they've given us that is long and has lots of items in one, you just need to convey the purpose of the planks exactly. But like you could sink a bookshelf down so it's just on the bottom. You could put a trunk under there, which would take up a good chunk of that space. Or you could just hang a tapestry or a rug over it so it's completely hidden. Also perfectly acceptable. Well, we've got a tentacle coming in. I like that use of the griffin feather. We also have these books like this that are nice and long. And in the crown store, there's also a row of books that do not float around like that you could use for those bookshelves. Again, an item like this is longer. Well then. Hi lady, how are you? You like the vibe in this one? I think everyone would be happy if the item limit was doubled in every house. We'd actually have enough furnishing slots to fill the place. That would be fantastic, for sure. Marcus, thank you so much for 3 months. I appreciate it. Thank you for your Prime sub. Hey, iFletch, how are you? Oh, that looks cool. That's an essential housing tools thing. Well, there's one way to fill it. Bones. Obo, thank you for 26 months. Also, happy Monday. Yeah, we would still want more even if they doubled it, for sure. Liminal bridges. That sounds like a good option for up here. Look at all the great clutter on this table, though. Safes up, floating around. There's what, 4 safes? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 safes. This is a static book. What is... Nope, that's not a static book. Okay, what is that? So are we supposed to go to Cold Harbor? Because that would be a large house. It sounds like we're supposed to go through there. No? Only the most trusted visitors are permitted to her personal room, while others may explore the nooks and crannies of her house and come across a mysterious mirror leading to another realm. If you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure darting in and out of it. I'm going to go with no, but they did mention it. I do think that's outside the scope as well. Yes, we have 4 safes floating up there. We have 2 more down here. Great lengths to protect her treasures. Hello. There's the telescope. That's great. Okay, let me score this one. Totally spaced that. Let's go take a look at the basement. A lot of people block it off. True. True. But I did see it, and then I spaced it. Hey, Extreme, how are you? Mirri's basement. He loves wine. Aha. It was really nice.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Indra 777.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Sorry Span, couldn't resist.
Thank you for the bitty snake. Vivek and Mephala, so that one fits too. I like when they use books that fit. Okay, now let me score this one. Alright, this is Sterian's Bouldertree Refuge, called Rumors in Brickville. Have you heard the rumors about Brickville? Strange things are happening in that small town. The Aetherius family, the most powerful in town, with connections to the town mayor due to their common dark elf heritage and Almalexia worship, have a big house at the highest point in town. 2 thieves broke into it once, and they spread these otherworldly rumors. Apparently, the owners heard them breaking in, and after they sounded the alarm, the thieves tried to hide. So they accidentally fell into the family's basement, which was filled with books. Trying to find a way out, they opened a wardrobe and tentacles reached out from it, pulling them into another dimension. It turns out that this was a pocket realm of Apocrypha, where the Aetherius family uses, which the Aetherius family uses to access supernatural books. These forbidden tomes give them incredible powers, such as shape-shifting into other life forms and even controlling time itself. When they tried to escape this pocket of oblivion, the thieves found themselves in the town's water supply. There were stairs in it reaching up to the well, but as they could see the town guard was looking for them, the thieves decided to dig their way out with whatever tools they had. After a while, they dug a hole leading to an abandoned balcony in Town Hall, where they waited out for the heat to pass. Okay, it says we can feel free to play with the lights and the Akatosh hourglass, but please leave them on and normal time before you leave. The black holes are portals. To better interact with them, have your UI on. Have the effects volume audio setting on max for full experience. That's going to be loud. Okay. Also make sure you exit Apocrypha through the portal door and not by pressing F5. That's where the whole magic of the build is. So let me know if this is too loud. Effects volume. We'll turn UI on as we see black holes. Doesn't look like we can open these doors. Oh, there's a windmill back there. Well, hi. Nope. Hello, Mr. Guard. Let me know if any of these doors are supposed to open. We had some issues the other day with doors opening, so if I am missing out, please let me know. Nope, all shut. Thank you for the confirmation. I appreciate that. I like that they created kind of a median here in the road. Like a hidden garden. Pretty. Beautiful view. Well, hello there. That one opens. Thanks for the lurk, Helena. I was informed my house is being streamed. Here to guide you if need be. Awesome, thank you. Nope. Okay, I want to look in, since it doesn't look like we're going to be viewing that room, I want to take a closer peek. If I can. There's stairs going up. Am I supposed to be able to access that room, or is it just for show? I just want to double check before I go down. Okay. One for show. Okay, perfect. Didn't want to miss anything and then, like... Oh. Speaking of going down ramps. Aha. There's the tentacles. So we need UI on for this. Go. Very neat. Oh. The single eyeball looking back in. Oh, there's something like yellow back there. It's kind of interesting. Very cool. Is this the end of the road? Did we miss anything? No, not the end of the road? Need to exit through the door. Back through this way? Okay. Interesting. Then back through here. No, go back down a bit. You need to look up first. Okay. There's a well. That's awesome. The well is hollow at the bottom, and I never even considered that you could see it from the bottom. So when we first went through, I guess we went through a different area? I don't know. I got turned around. It seemed like we went through one door, went back out the same door, and ended up in a different place. And I'm not exactly sure how that worked. And basically, you don't exit the same place where you enter that door. I found a bug that's an actual feature for my build. Oh, okay. So I'm not imagining things. You did enter a door and then exit the same door and end up someplace else. Interesting. Very cool. Should I jump down now? Very neat. Very cool. All right, did I see everything? Love the cobbled houses, by the way. The roof made out of stairs. Okay. That mime is persistent. All right, let me score this one. This is Mad's Squid Pilgrim's Rest, an inspiring ballad. Filled with paintings and species of exotic lands, this room is the perfect place for any wandering bard willing to write his next songs, inspired by its surroundings while sitting on the chair in the middle of the room. So keep in mind, this is just an inn room. It's supposed to be a room of inspiration or a bard. Okay. We have a floating lantern. All right, let me score this one. This is your heart's ancient Anchor Berth, called One Poem Wonder. Sometimes the pressure of the next one will render you completely inert, or make you strike out at your dearest friends. Greetings, travelers. This information is to accompany my entry for the contest behind the story. For those who have run out of patience to give my room of jest the required pondering, I thought it wise to create an informational spoiler. But please visit first and view the Blues Clues. If you do not have essential housing tools, you might have a need for a worldly depiction of the extra information I placed on the table, but which are unable to see because you do not have EHT. I will add a link to the online version. The thought behind the room. The chaired man is the author of the book on the table, a pirate poem. After this one poem, his inspiration dried up, and he was subjected to torture technique failure, as described in Volume 13 of Proper Torture Techniques. He then lashed out at his fellow pirates, thus killing the only ones he cared for, and alas, subjecting himself to the superior torture as prescribed in Volume 8. Sad, isn't it? Wow. So we have the water effect on the wall from the Azure Plasm Cage. And the pirate flag back there. All the skulls. Aw, he's carrying a boat.
I'm in danger.
I love a good torture. So I have EHT. Okay. Flesh to cut from bone. Flesh to cut from bone, a pirate song. If you see it glitters bright, then take it for your own. Pile the corpses to a height to make a pirate throne. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. If they try to lock the gates, we'll burn the whole damn town. They'll bring their guards and magistrates, and then we'll cut them down. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. They'll bring their soldiers by the score to drive us from their lands, but we will have 100 more in our brave pirate band. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. And if they cry mercy, then we'll answer them with steel. For pity's made for other men, we'll grind beneath our heel. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. I'm not singing it. I am absolutely not singing it. Like a jig or otherwise. Okay, was there something else to read? Or just that one? Well written and disturbing. I have EHT on. I wondered about that. Do I have a setting off that I should have on? Span, maybe your heart wants to get in voice chat with you to sing for us. I mean, I've seen other EHT effects today, so I don't know. Sure. I'm just trying to figure out why I don't see it. I'm hopefully not missing anything else in any other builds. Not sure that link. Oh, volume 13. Okay. Pain can be an effective tool in the torture of mortals, but it has an inherent failing. It is temporary. Failure, on the other hand, lasts for an eternity. Throughout their brief existence, every mortal invariably attempts activities that are beyond their physical capabilities, in the hopes of achieving greatness. Mortals refer to this quality as ambition, Inevitably, complications brought about by overreach, overexertion, miscalculation, or simply by bad luck will result in a catastrophic failure in one or more of these activities. The resulting shame and self-reproach will often imprint itself within a mortal's mind and forever remain, haunting them for the remainder of their days. Failure, the natural byproduct of a mortal's ambition, can therefore be one of the most potent weapons in a torturer's arsenal. Mortals, through their liberal exercise of free will, do not wish to be reminded of their failures or their unrequited ambitions. Recounting these failures can have a devastating effect upon their pride, a pitiable quality which espouses the individual person as a unique and exalted personality in a vast, meaningless universe. When a mortal's pride is affected, any other favorable qualities they might possess are devalued in their own self-perception. To wit, they begin to mentally torture themselves. One of the most elegant and efficient means of breaking a mortal spirit, then, is the constant and repetitive recreation of the events they consider to be their most devastating failures and inadequacies. By highlighting, exaggerating, and to some degree even distorting these events, we can create a situation where their own self-doubts and frustrations turn inward, devouring their own mind, body, and soul. Though it may take more time and effort than pure physical torture, a daily regimen of repetitive forced failure scenarios will eventually break the subject's will without the need to resort to violence or bloodshed, the expense of which have been extensively documented as the direct result of elevated cleaning costs and desiccated corpse disposal. Wowzers. Okay, then. Okay, we're about halfway through medium-sized houses, so I will see you in the next video.